Hey guys, it's your girl Hita, and I'm back for another episode of HitaTalk. And this time, I'm grabbing my popcorn, gonna grab a seat, and we're gonna head inside the Parkway Theater to see my special guest, Miss Madeline Karita. Stay tuned, keep watching. I am here inside the Parkway Theater with a very special guest, like I mentioned a little bit ago. She's the bold and the beautiful. Not the soap opera, but maybe one day we'll see her on a soap opera. Miss Madeline Karita.
What's up, guys?
Hi, how are you?
Amazing.
Amazing is your hair, your ambiance, your resume. I mean, I think that's like your word of the year, right? So let's dive into beyond the hair.
Okay.
Girl, you have such an impressive resume. You've done, did I just see you on a commercial recently, potentially? Yeah. Mm-hmm,
yeah.
I did.
There should be about 2 right now.
I saw one just the other day.
I haven't seen myself yet.
You've done things on YouTube. You've done movies. You've done all sorts of big and small things. Wow. Like, let's talk about some of those highlights and how you got to this.
I guess for me, I have a big family, like a huge family. Like I think out of my brothers and sisters, I'm the oldest out of 17.
Holy baloney.
And most of the time, there's not much money to do stuff when you're that many people, you know, and I have tons of aunts and uncles, and it was just this big kind of melting pot of a family, but I kind of found my like solace in old films. And I remember being about 5, and they took me to go see A Raisin in the Sun. And I remember watching it on the edge of my seat like the whole time, right? And at any point in time, I just thought, if anything happened, I was just gonna take off and fly around the theater. Oh my God. It just felt like, is this it? Is this what I'm gonna do?
You just felt something special.
You know, I'm going from watching like Betty Davis and all these old black and white films that don't really pertain to my life, but I just love the attitude and the saunter and
I was glued to I Love Lucy. I was 9, I had the chicken pox. My mom was trying to get me away from itching and scratching myself, and she's like, come watch something funny, and I'm like, no, I want to scratch myself. And I sat and watched I Love Lucy, and fast forward to 20 something years later, I have her collectibles. I have her VHS. They're not going anywhere. So yeah, old school movies, I totally get it. So from that moment until maybe in the last few years, like how did you, where did that gap? What happened there?
When you're coming into America, when you're coming from different places, you know, it's a big thing about you got to be a doctor, you got to be a lawyer, you have to fulfill these certain American dreams.
So you know the Persian culture, okay.
I know lots of these cultures, because a lot of these cultures are like that, where it's like you have to fulfill the American dream because we are not American yet.
So where are you from originally?
Guyana. And then we came up to Ohio, like Youngstown, Ohio.
Yeah.
And that was like one of the worst ghettos in America for the longest time. And it was just one of those things where my grandmother was like, you know what happens to actresses? They go to Hollywood and they end up sucking dick. That's what they do. They do it on the corner. You're not gonna get an Oscar. All you're gonna do is you're gonna end up sucking dick on Sunnywood and Vine. I graduated high school when I was 15. And it was like I never had a life before that. It was like study. You know, and I had a scholarship to go to medical school, and I found myself arm deep in a cadaver one day, and I was just like, I hate this. This sucks. And I like kind of just took off. I just took off and was like, we're just gonna see what happens.
Really? So after that cadaver incident, you were like, okay, put this aside, and then what? Did you do auditions? Did you do
I didn't really know what to do, because as a kid, like I was an award-winning playwright by the time I was 13. So as a kid, I was like always overworking. Like I didn't have a family that was like, oh, you come home with an A? I guess an A+ wasn't good enough, right? Wow. Guess you're not. I guess that Xbox is going, you know what I mean? Like I didn't have a family that allowed you to fail. And it was one of those things to like kind of take it in stride and be like, well, I'm free. What do I do now?
Yeah, but you're just naturally driven because it's kind of like what is in your blood, literally.
Yeah, literally. Wow. And it's just like from a family full of women that got here with no help. You know what I mean?
Girl, you're doing it,
and then
you
doing
did
it. And then like, I remember getting out and I was like, well, what the hell am I gonna do now? And some woman walked up to me from an agency and was just like, hey, you wanna work? And I'm like, with my clothes on, right? And she was like,
You have to ask that question because relative did make a point to that, right?
yeah, well, you always have to ask that question even as a woman anywhere. You're like, wait, you want me to what again?
To, right?
You shouldn't have to, but
in this crazy country,
in this world, in this crazy world,
man.
And it's like from there, the next day, I was in commercials.
Oh my gosh.
And I was just like, am I supposed to be doing this?
It was your calling, you just didn't realize it.
Yeah.
What are some challenges or obstacles? I mean, it's being a creative artist, especially full time, is not easy. You need food on the table, you have bills and electricity you have to keep on. But aside, I mean, whether if it's financial, perception, time, sleep, whatever. What are some like struggles and challenges?
All of that. All of what you just said is the struggle.
Not that I know, but
yes, you do know.
What's one or two things that have just really been like to you? Do you like that sound effect?
The amount of roles for women, not just for for women of color is especially small, but just for women in general. Like a lot of the films that are out there, like if you want to be an action hero, you can only look like this one type of woman.
Sure.
If you want to play backup, then there's only this one type of woman. I literally find POCs, people of color, are always playing the best friend. They're always They're
not the leads.
They're not the leads. They're not the romantic love interest. And it's like when I see it in movies now that we're becoming more culturally aware of diversity and all, it's like, well, why can't she be the lead?
Well, last year at the Oscars 2016, we saw Oscars So White as the hashtag. Lack of to know people of color. And then when, was it the year before that year, Viola Davis won, I think it was a Golden Globe. Oh, her speech. And I mean, I was full of tears because of the movement and the support behind that and how Hollywood just needs more of it.
As millennials, like as we start to gain more power, that's changing.
Yeah.
Like we got a few more years before we're in those positions, but like it's still at a point
on our
where
way.
It's frustrating.
We have very strong voices.
Yes, we have very strong voices and it's awesome.
Oh, how can people like me support you?
Pay me? No.
No, seriously.
No, but seriously, subscribe
Subscribe
to my YouTube, which is Queen Kong Kai.
Okay.
Follow my Pinterest, my Instagram. If you're on my Facebook, it's Madeline Fleming. It's a more professional name, but you can still find me under Queen Kong Kai there. Hit me up. I talk to everybody. Send me a letter.
Yeah.
Tell me what projects you're working on. If you want to collaborate with me, I'm down for any YouTube videos. I'm down to just kind of meet people and art it up, do art and make movies, art it up.
All right, guys, grab your popcorn, grab a seat, and stay tuned because Miss Madeline Karita is not going anywhere. We're not done either. We got some trivia coming up. You ready for that?
Yes.
Cool. Thanks for chatting, but keep watching. All right, guys, it's time for HitaTalk trivia.
Yes.
Are you ready? Are you
As
ready?
ready as I'm ever gonna be.
I'm gonna try to stump her, even though she's already talked about a few things that I was going to allude to. Don't be looking at these answers.
Okay.
I'm going to name some movies, and you tell me what these films have in common.
Okay, I'm ready.
Jingle All the Way,
Okay.
Iron Will, Mighty Ducks 3, and Dear White People.
Oh wow. Do they take place in Minnesota?
They take place in Minnesota!
Oh wow, that was totally from my butt. I don't even know how I came up with that. That totally made that up.
All of those movies are from Minnesota.
I didn't know that.
There you go. She guessed it, but I tried to stump her. So yes, if you're not familiar with some of those movies, they have some sort of presence in Minnesota. So check those out.
Oh, okay. Awesomeness.
Okay. Guess who this actress is?
Okay.
This actress was born in Ely, Minnesota. She was on the show Seventh Heaven.
Oh, Jessica Biel.
And she was married to Justin Timberlake. What movie is this from?
Okay.
I'm gonna say a quote, and you tell me what movie this is from.
Okay.
Well, I'm already pregnant, so I don't know what other shenanigans I can get myself into. Juno, also filmed in Minnesota. We're gonna do HitaTalk speed round.
Okay.
Cool?
Okay, we're gonna go
You
fast
tell
answers.
me, what is your favorite movie snack?
Raisinets.
What is your preference, Coke or Pepsi?
Sprites. Which one is that?
Coke. My girl, my favorite.
Yeah. Okay.
White chocolate or milk chocolate?
Milk chocolate.
Duh.
White chocolate's not even chocolate.
But it is good.
It is good though.
Pizza or tacos?
Tacos.
Thank you. And lipstick or mascara?
Mascara. I love lipstick, but lipstick just gets all over everything.
There are no wrong answers, but those were the correct answers
Those were the
if
correct
I had to
answers.
grade you on this.
Well, mascara, you get the big eyes. With lipstick, it's just like you can't kiss anybody, and if
No.
you eat, it's gone.
If I'm a camper and I love camping, and
Yes.
there's a whole au naturel, don't bring your makeup. But if I have to bring a piece of makeup, a little mascara before a hike, doesn't hurt anybody.
If it was Desert Island mascara. Desert Island mascara. I'm like, I need these lashes to look good, Mr. Tether,
my God.
Mr. Volleyball with face on it.
Oh, I love that movie. Well, that is a wrap, you guys. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to her YouTube. Watch us on HitaTalk. The information is below on her show, her whereabouts, and make sure you follow us with hashtag HitaTalk. Until next time, take care.
You know what happens to actresses? They end up sucking dick on Hollywood and Vine.
Oh, man.